Hey guys, it's your boy Slow. I've been away a while, but I'm back with the new career mode for Benfica, obviously. It's always going to be Benfica, this time on FIFA 17, and I'm on the PC version. Don't have a go at me. I just love the PC version. It runs at smooth frame rate. You're going to get a 60 frames per second video, which is fantastic. And yeah, I'm doing it on PC. Hopefully you guys won't mind. It just looks better. Where can we lose here? We're not going to lose anything by playing it on the PC. Here's the board expectations. Interestingly, for Porto, the financial expectations very low, which is and youth development, which is really strange, as they do put a lot of money into their youth development. But as you can see there, Benfica, it's high for youth development and high medium financial, and high for domestic success. They'll want us to win the league. Obviously, if I don't win the league with Benfica, I'm not sure if I haven't won the league with Benfica before on the first attempt. I certainly haven't won the Champions League, and I don't think I've won the Champions League at all in any of my career modes with Benfica, but I'm going to give it my best shot as always. But yeah, 35 league titles now. 3 years in a row winning the domestic league title. Can we do it again this year? It looks like it. We're on top of the league at the moment. Porto is still going through a weird phase, and Sporting are actually looking worse than they did last year, but they got rid of some crucial players, mainly Slimani to somewhere in the UK. Was it Leicester City, I think? And I think he's doing quite well there. Anyway, I'm doing the usual renaming. This is going to be a quick episode, the first one, just to give you guys a little taster of the beginning of the career mode. When I have more time, I'll do another episode. I'll probably just include 1 or 2 matches and the first few purchases during the summer transfer window. So yeah, let's go ahead to the main screen. I'm sure you don't want to watch this section. It's kind of boring, actually. So while the career mode's loading, I'm going to talk about a few players that have left. Gaitan is going to be a big loss. Renato Sanchez, which was a standout player last season, played really well for Portugal during the European Championships. In fact, I think he was a big part of us winning that European trophy for the first time ever, and he was part of that team. But we did buy some really good players. Rafa Silva's one of them. Very excited to see that player. He could have gone to Porto. It was very close. I'm sure it was very close, but he ended up going to Benfica. We also got Carrilho, a fantastic player who's going to play on the right hand side of my team. Yeah, he's going to play right midfield for me. I'm going to try him out in that position, but a great purchase again from Benfica. So the Benfica team overall remains pretty well balanced. They've replaced players where they needed to be replaced. I think that we've even enhanced a few of the positions. Hopefully Jonas and Konstantinos Mitroglou, the beast, is going to continue scoring goals. I'm sure he is. Dangerous with those set pieces. If Jonas is on form, I can't see Benfica not winning the league again this season. And let's see how they do in the Champions League again. It's been a bit touch and go, but I believe that we'll get to at least the knockout stages of the Champions League. Obviously, with the new players, we need a couple of seasons to sort of get the team gelling, but I'm confident that will happen. But anyway, let's go and have a look at the team quickly. Jonas isn't there, interestingly. Gedge in his position. Is Jonas injured? I haven't caught up with them in the last few days. Maybe he is. Maybe that's why he's in that position. Carrilho is going in for the place of Salvio because I want to try him out. Rafa, left wing, as he should be. I want to try that player out. Look at that midfield. The left and the right midfield are perfect. Minimum 80 rated players there. It's only the central midfield position that I think I'm going to need to buy a new player for that is lacking a bit. With that 74 rated player. I can't see who he is there, but interesting choice putting Jonas in the reserves, but it must be because of his an injury or something. I will check in a bit because it's doing my head in. Anyway, we're taking part in the European International Cup against Deportivo, Swansea City, Rubin Kazan. It should be an easy one. We will get some money from that. It is in world class. This is the first time I'm playing FIFA 17, especially on PC. and I've reverted back to the old 360 controller. I just brought a brand new one for the PC because they tend to be the best controllers for playing games on PC. I'm repeating PC a lot. Anyway, our vision and expectations, the usual. They've added a few more things this season, which is quite interesting. They've added goals like youth development. We want you to, I don't know, for example, I didn't see what it was there for. Oh, they want us to buy an ex-Porto or a Porto player, I think. But yeah, they've got objectives like get 2 youth players to rating 10, blah, blah, blah. I've got a few of those. I'm not going to go into detail. We will see them as we progress through the career mode. I'm going to set up some scouts as well around Europe. Belgium seems like a good place to go, but I've already got a scout going there at the moment. I wish it was easy to see this. So I'm going to go to France. You always find some really interesting players in those countries. Area scouting. I don't know who's in Belgium at the moment, but it must be someone scouting one of the teams I'm playing. Am I playing a Belgian team? Who knows? But yeah, anyway, I'm going to put a few people travelling around the world looking for players for me, and I'm going to look for central midfield players, CDMs, and also strikers. But a striker, I've got someone in mind, someone that's definitely attainable, and you will see him later on. But anyway, I'm going to fast forward to our first match because I'm not really going to do anything here. Nothing's going to happen between now and our first training match. I'm not going to make you sit through the training. I'll actually push it towards the end of the training to see how it went. So there are the results of the training. Jovic there got an F in one of the striker drills, but that's expected. His ratings are quite low at the moment, but I'm assuming that he's going to get quite highly rated with progress. I'm going to try and train up my youth. It's always useful. You'll get free money in the future if they turn out to be great players. And yeah, so onwards to our first match. It's a friendly in that European Cup, whatever they want to call it. It's against Swansea, a decent team from the Premier League. All we're doing this for is to try and get a bit of money for the transfer window, get some more players. As I said, I'm looking for a central midfielder, a CDM, and a striker. Anything else is a bonus. I'm trying to get used to this new penalty system. Yeah, it was a bit weird at first. Bear in mind, this is my first time using it, so please don't have a go at my skills. It is literally my first go at the new penalty system. There's a few new things like corners and free kicks that are slightly different and slightly harder. I used to be able to score from free kicks about up to, I don't know, 30, 40 yards out. But now I'm struggling, but I'll get used to it. I know I will. But let's go to the start of the match. Unfortunately, this is going to be the only match I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you some of the transfer negotiations afterwards. And that's it for the first episode. I don't want to give you guys too much information in the first episode. I want to make it shorter than I typically do in most of my career mode first videos anyway. So yeah, I'm going to do shorter episodes but more often, and hopefully we'll have a lot more content for you. And yeah, let's get to the first match. Looking forward to this, my first ever go at FIFA 17, so bear with me if I'm crap, which I probably will be. So yeah, let's get on. So now you are officially witnessing my first ever gameplay of FIFA 17. This is the first time I've touched it, and as you can see straight away, I don't have the possession. World class is pretty tough anyway. The game's using the new Frostbite engine. I don't know if it's this smooth on consoles. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments below, but it feels pretty damn smooth on PC. So yeah, it's in world class. It's difficult. The game still feels very similar, besides being on a new engine. You'd think that they'd change things up considerably, but it doesn't actually feel like that. I've also noticed that attacking down the wing seems to be the thing to do in this FIFA, but maybe I just don't know the meta yet. Mitroglou there with a nice shot, and that's our first shot there from Benfica. But yeah, I definitely feel that I'm going to struggle in the first few matches, especially against the more difficult teams, which are always Premier League teams. You know how they weight these things. They're going to balance it towards the top 5 leagues in world football, so they're always going to feel a little bit more powerful than any team in the Portuguese league. In reality, Benfica should be beating Swansea's left, right and centre. McBurney, was it McBurney or Fur? It was Kingsley actually there with a shot, but nothing came out of it. It's Bray there on the right-hand side, going down the wing. As you can see, a lot of wing play. The goalkeepers are brilliant this year. That looked very natural there for Julio Cesar, that save. It was a brilliant save. But yeah, the game is always weighted towards those leagues, and it's kind of annoying. Here's my first run with Carrillo down the right-hand side. He's a really useful player. He's got a lot of pace. Players find it really hard to take possession with him. Mitroglou not getting there on time. I think he was offside anyway. But yeah, that was my first ever half in this career mode in FIFA 17 as a whole, and I've noticed that players run out of energy a lot, typically in the midfield as well. Obviously, I'm recording my voice now, but I've played a few matches since, and the midfield does tend to run out of stamina quite quickly compared to players in other places of the pitch. I mean, Carrillo was... I didn't really need to substitute him, but Pizzi is a really decent player. Doesn't normally play on the right-hand side. I used to play him in the cam, was it, when I changed to 4-3-3? And centre midfield position. He was great there, so I will be using him a lot this season. But, yeah, we've substituted quite a few players there. Brought some fresh legs in. Try them out. That's what you do in your first few matches. As you can see, the free kick there was awful. I didn't really stop to read. I should have stopped to read the instructions there. But yeah, I was just trying to take a free kick the normal way I usually do. Obviously, that didn't really work out. But I started having a bit more possession down in the second half. Again, Mitroglou down the centre. That could have easily been a goal, a shot that would have put us in the lead. But I just couldn't get that finesse in. And again, Mitroglou, nice passing movement around the box. And Samaras with the possession, and again they take the ball way too easily. I think I've mentioned this before. The defence is pretty much still automatic in this game. What I usually do is I select the centre midfield player or the CDM and just rush him back and let my own defence take care of the job for me. I don't do anything. I don't press with the second man or anything like that. I just literally run back, chase the player, and most of the time let the defence do the job for me, unless I'm panicking and I think the AI is going to be stupid, which it normally is in FIFA. And otherwise I let the defence do the job for me. But as you can see, it's quite a balanced game. But anyway, guys, if you want to give me any tips, because I don't really understand the meta yet in FIFA, please do. That was a bloody close one there from Swansea. Please give me tips. I would really appreciate that. And we're coming towards the end of the game here. It's going to end up 0-0. It's 90 minutes, 2 minutes injury time, which is about 30 seconds in FIFA time. And I'm quite happy with my first attempt at FIFA 17 in world class. I remember that I played FIFA 16 in pro because world class was just near enough impossible. I don't know what they did with the difficulty in the last FIFA, but they've improved it. It feels a lot more balanced. The AI isn't as punishing, and it was quite a balanced game. But yeah, let's advance now. We're going to get a few transfer offers for some of our players. As you can see, we got an injured player there for 3 weeks. Nelson Smith. I'm a fan of Smith. He did pretty well. He's showing that he's going to be quite a promising player. And there we go. There's our first transfer offer, and it's for Andre Almeida. I don't really want to get rid of him yet, but look at the offer, 8.5. I usually go for a ridiculous counter offer, and if they actually take the counter offer, I'm going to accept it because I can buy a decent player just as good or better than Andre Almeida for 13 million euros. So I'm quite happy with receiving that amount for him. But yeah, we're going to progress a bit further on. I know we've got the match against Rubin Kazan. which is going to be our second match. But I will tell you that in the next episode, I am going to go and start making a bid for Falcao. Now, you guys might like him, might not like him. He's an ex-Porto player. You might not like the sight of him in Benfica, but I think he's still going to be a really useful player for his value, the wages that he expects, and his transfer value is really, really decent for a team like Benfica, and I'm going to go ahead and purchase him. Well, he's a great value player, and I think he's got a lot to give at the age of 28 or 29, so he's got a good few years ahead of him. But yeah, that's it for my first episode in this career mode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment and a like down below. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in episode 2, maybe tomorrow, maybe in a couple of days. Thank you very much.